Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York. New York Times World News.
August 26, 5:03 America, New York. The dugong, sea cow, has vanished from China's waters, study says. The study said the dugong, a vegetarian mammal that ranges across Asia and Africa, has essentially vanished from the country's coastline. A dugong in the lagoons of New Caledonia, east of Australia.
New York Times World News.
August 26, 5 o'clock America, New York. Ukraine pokes the Russian bear with attacks and mockery. Driven by deep anger at Russia and the need to rally support at home and abroad, Ukraine is regularly goading its much more powerful antagonist. Ukrainians wrapped themselves in the country's flags at Maidan Square during the parade of captured Russian tanks as they celebrated Independence Day in Kyiv on Wednesday.
Washington Post World.
August 26, 4:59 America, New York. Greek lawmakers debate wiretapping scandal. Greek lawmakers are discussing a wiretapping scandal that has roiled the government ahead of elections due to be held next year, in a parliamentary session called following revelations that the intelligence service had bugged an opposition politician's phone.
Washington Post World.
August 26, 4:36 America, New York. After Somalia hotel siege, a vow to tackle al-Shabab, snake. The deadly siege of a hotel in Somalia's capital over the weekend was the longest such attack in the country's history.
RT World News.
August 26, 4:08 America, New York. Pentagon reveals plan for civilian casualties policy. A list of 11 directives prioritizes keeping non-combatants alive during U.S. operations across the full spectrum of conflict.
Mirror World News.
August 26, 4:04 America, New York. Europe on the brink of global radiation disaster after Russia shells nuclear plant. The Kremlin's plan to disconnect it entirely would raise the risk of a catastrophic failure by leaving it dependent on a single source of electricity to cool the reactors.
New York Times World News.
August 26, 3:07 America, New York. China's record drought adds to its economic and climate woes. Dry weather in southwestern China has crippled huge hydroelectric dams, forcing cities to impose rolling blackouts and driving up the country's use of coal. The dry riverbed of the Jialing River, a tributary of the Yangtze, last week in Chongqing in southwestern China.
Washington Post World.
August 26, 3:03 America, New York. Pakistan seeks international help for flood victims. Pakistan's Prime Minister is asking for international help for the impoverished nation's flood victims.
BBC News World.
August 26, 2:44 America, New York. Paul Allen. Largest art auction ever to sell Microsoft co-founder's $1 billion collection. The proceeds of the largest art auction ever will go to charity, Christie's auctioneers said.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
August 26, 2:18 America, New York. Drugs worth £1 billion found hidden in marble tiles in Australia's biggest meth bust. The authorities in Australia have seized 1.8 tons of methamphetamine in the country's biggest ever bust of the illegal drug. Authorities have found 1.8 metric tons, 2 U.S. tons, of methamphetamine hidden in marble tiles shipped from the Middle East to Sydney in what police describe as the largest ever seizure of the illicit drug in Australia.
BBC News World. August 26, 2 o'clock America, New York. Sonali Phogat. Arrests over India politician and former TikTok star murder. Sonali Phogat, a member of India's governing BJP party, died under suspicious circumstances a few days ago.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
August 26, 1:28 America, New York. Skeleton of 82 feet long dinosaur found in man's backyard. The skeleton of an 82 ft long dinosaur has been discovered in a man's backyard in central Portugal. The remains of a dinosaur have been found in Pombal, Portugal.
RT World News.
August 26, 1:05 America, New York. ACLU challenges ban on filming police. The group said the Arizona law violates rights protected by the First Amendment. The American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, has filed a lawsuit contesting a recently passed law in Arizona which bars citizens from filming police from a close distance, insisting the right to record officers is guaranteed by the U.S. Constitution. BBC News World.
August 25, 2350 America New York, Australia drug bust. Largest ever crystal meth haul found in marble. The staggering amount of drugs was hidden in marble and imported from the Middle East, police say.